Let's start with your reading, Scorpio. Today, we are going to look into your recent past, current energies, and near future, and then we will immediately clarify in order to find out more details about your messages. Now, let's begin right away with your reading. Okay. Oh my God. Of course, it's not a Scorpio reading without the Tower. You got pretty major cards: Hierophant, Lovers, the Fool, Judgment, and the Tower. These are all major arcana except for the Nine of Swords. All right. The main energy for the reading today is the Two of Swords. You seem to be at a crossroads, Scorpio. Whether you are aware of it or not, there is something that you're going to decide to do here that might really change things around for you in a pretty drastic way. The tricky thing with the Two of Swords is that if you don't make that decision yourself, someone else or something else will make it for you. It's important to notice because it makes us see how things are about to change no matter what. You just want to make sure that you are in control of that change. You are going to be in control of that transformation. So let's see what this is about. First of all, in the recent past, Nine of Swords and the Hierophant. You're definitely coming from a very deep spiritual connection, a marriage possibly, or at least something that felt like it. At some point in between the two of you, there was pure harmony and a sense of belonging to each other. In a way, you completely opened up to this because you've seen the full package. For once in your life, you didn't have to settle or compromise anymore. And so you decide to go for it, putting on your bravest face and just charging forward, believing that things would have worked out this time. But obviously, Nine of Swords, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. Something did get in the way, and we'll see what this was when we clarify. In the present, the Lovers, the Fool reversed. We can clearly see here, especially with the Fool reversed, what that Two of Swords is about, you know? You might be wondering if this is the time for you to completely let go of everything and just move on, forgetting about this energy, forgetting about your plans with this person and your expectations for that connection. Sometimes we feel as though the only way to survive is by erasing someone from our mind, from our heart. But there is more to this than you should know. And I feel that it's going to help you a lot in your decision making. We'll come back to this and dig deeper into it. In the near future, Judgment, the Tower, I mean, this is the big ending. And, you know, right here, we definitely see something that will change everything. If you don't make that decision, though, don't forget this. If you don't make that decision, someone or something else will. That's why we've said it with the Two of Swords, and that's why the Tower comes in. This is not something that you can control, something that you can avoid anymore. Right here, we have the crossroad. Either you are going to make it happen, or something else will. And there is something here that you just cannot delay anymore. Some sort of revelation at the same time. This will not be a smooth ride. It never is for Scorpios. There are definitely things here that will shake you up in ways you did not anticipate. We'll see what this is going to be about as soon as we clarify this message. So, let's start clarifying and let's begin with your recent past. Here you are. Wow, 10 of Cups. Actually, yeah, Death, 10 of Cups. 6 of Swords with the 6 of Cups. You know, the main issue that I see here is very much connected to the main energy as well, which does not surprise me at all. And the issue talks about changes, transformation. Let me explain this better. The two of you seems to have gone through a lot together. A lot of beautiful moments, a lot of pivotal moments as well. And throughout the years, you have grown a lot. You have learned a lot. And although there is nothing wrong with that, at some point, I see you both struggling with this. Growing without growing apart. Changing without scaring the other person. At some point, something changed in the dynamic in between the two of you, and someone got scared and started also expecting for the worst in their mind. In their mind, they thought that this was already over, and eventually they manifested the ending of the situation. Right here, we see you moving on from the person that you were, and in a way, missing the way that this relationship was at first. There was definitely something here that had to happen, but that scared the other person away. But hey, we keep seeing this beautiful Lovers energy. Lovers is number 6. We have 6 here. We have it here, here, and here. I mean, it's clear that the two of you are deeply connected to each other. There are no doubts about that. Now, let's see what's going on in the present, and let's clarify the current energy. The Emperor, the Ace of Cups, and the Sun with the Three of Swords. Ugh. You know, it's clear that the two of you had many experiences together, right? A lot of things you went through and built on your journey. It's hard to just erase all of it as if it never happened, and maybe you shouldn't. This person used to support you, to protect you. That's what the Emperor does, to make you feel safe and on top of the world, happy with the Sun. And now they just left this empty space, and it's hard to just look at it as an opportunity to build something new, you know? Most of you do not want to go through that process again, you know? Putting yourself out there, talking to someone, meeting them, first date, first kiss, and then are they gonna text me or not? Ugh. I mean, at some point in your life, this might have sounded exciting, but not right now. I see you both with still a lot to say to each other, but you're not saying it at the moment at all. Instead, you find yourself having this conversation in your mind, defending yourself, explaining things. But when it comes to really talk it out, you both freeze. The truth is that the people you love the most can hurt you the most. And your feelings here got really hurt. But you have to understand how now you are overthinking this, Scorpio. You are thinking about it over and over again. Look at this Two of Swords coming up again. And at each iteration, you're starting to remember this as something that is wrong with you, something that will limit you in the present and in the future. That is the story that you keep telling yourself, making yourself feeling inferior. Don't forget that the past is just a story we tell ourselves. And it's time to tell yourself a different story this time. And especially time to focus on the future. And let's see what the future brings. Let's clarify the near future energy. Knight of Pentacles. The Lovers once again. Judgment. And Four of Pentacles with the Three of Pentacles. You know, as usual with the Tower, the first and most important factor is an inner transformation and realization. That's what Judgment is. So let's start with this one, and then we'll get to the external inputs that you're going to receive. First of all, it feels like you have been stuck, not able to make a decision. That Two of Swords came up twice. Mainly because of the way it might have made you look. The way it might have made you look to this person and to yourself. You know, as we usually say, you, Scorpio, can be very harsh on yourself at times. You can be your best friend, and then your worst enemy the right after, the minute later. Right here, I see you stuck in between redemption and forgiveness. Should I set the record straight with this person and get my redemption moment so that I can move on with pride? Or should I just forgive them, so that I don't have to carry this burden around everywhere I go? Don't forget that forgiveness is never for the other person. Forgiveness is always for ourselves. It's the only way to really free ourselves up from something that still connects to us, Right here, you were deeply focused on how this person treated you in the past. And you were thinking, I don't just want to be something that you can throw away whenever you are done with me. You owe me an explanation, an apology. But do they, Scorpio? Of course, it would be better. But is it important enough for you to put your life on pause and block all of the new opportunities that are going to come in? And that's the second part. There are some major opportunities for happiness coming in. Why would you miss out on them? There is an interesting thing happening here. When you give up on your need for redemption, redemption actually comes your way. So Scorpio, this message is definitely leaving us with a lot more to look into. But for now, suffice it to say that you need to let go of this idea of strength and power that you have for yourself. Forgiving is not a sign of weakness. It's a sign of immense power and strength, in fact. Allow yourself to do what's best for your future without focusing on the past so much. Now, let's look into what's coming up in the future then. What is this redemption moment that is going to happen anyway? And where all of this is going to lead you to months and even years from now? Let's keep going with your reading, Scorpio. If you want to dive deeper into the messages with me, just follow me in the extended reading link below in the description box. Also, don't forget that every single week I randomly select viewers who have watched the extended video to offer them a 100% free personal live 45-minute reading. I send out emails every Monday morning to confirm. Please make sure to check out your spam folder as well. Now, stay tuned for the extended preview coming right up after this. Welcome back to your extended reading, Scorpio. The bridging energy taking us from this current situation to the incoming events is the Page of Cups. The first thing that we see here is that this is going to be something very small, yet very, very powerful. We see here someone opening up, saying something, whispering something in a way that will reveal how they really feel and what they really think about the situation. We will look into this, but we see already how powerful this is going to be, allowing you to finally cut ties with what was keeping you stuck. And honestly, that's the main goal right here. It really feels like that redemption conversation moment. It's right here. It's just around the corner. And also, we have seen this Three of Wands here, really talking about someone who is moving towards you, who is going to take action, to say something, and to really come out of silence if it has been silence in between the two of you. So let's immediately clarify the Three of Wands and the Page of Cups. And let's see what you should expect in the immediate future. Look at this. 8 of Wands. All these messages are coming in fast. Oh my God, too many cards. Okay. Listen, it's clear. Look at this. Now the Fool is upright. The decision has been made. And honestly, this setup right here will absolutely surprise you, Scorpio. The first thing that we see